Right, fuck it. Welcome to the Shodcast. We upload every Friday. Make sure you're tuned in. We're here with Adam, your regular, me, Aidan, guest of last episode, and a new guest, Luke. Introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Luke.
And like you said, I'm regular Adam. I'm here as well.
Regular Adam.
Yeah, Luke, it's great to have you actually here.
Yeah,
We've been saying for a
here.
few weeks now that we were going to get you on here, and we've finally done it.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm here. I'm ready to chat for a bit.
You had a good week?
Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah? You had a good week?
Yeah, pretty average.
What about you, Aidan? You had a good week?
Week's been a bit bland in terms of taste. I've had the same dinners quite a few of the days.
What have you been eating?
Yeah, what have you been eating?
Oh, it's just like tomato pasta dishes. I have like a porridge in the morning, and I've had like a big amount of rich tea biscuits recently, and I think it's been affecting me.
How many rich tea biscuits? Like an obscene amount? Like
No, not obscene.
like 100 or
No, it's just I never eat rich tea biscuits, and like
Suddenly you're eating them.
Suddenly I've gone through 2 packs in a week.
To be fair,
They are underrated. It's because they've got no flavour on them. That's the thing. But they do. But they don't have like a chocolate.
Neither
kind
do
of thing to it.
digestives, but I think I'd rather have rich tea than a digestive.
Oh, definitely.
I'd rather have a rich tea than the plain digestive.
Rather have a hobnob than both of them.
Oh yeah,
Hobnob's alright. They're alright.
Anyway, well, let's get into what's been happening like a week.
Yeah, what's been happening in the week?
What has been happening?
I don't think any of us actually did any research into what's been going on this week.
No.
Okay, so we're going to move along because nothing happened.
Should we take
it's been a week
break
of
and
nothing.
research?
I feel like maybe we should just do a
Maybe
quick
let's
Google.
just pause the podcast. After some time of research, turns out fuck all has happened this week.
Okay, so the weekly news this week. So it was announced that bounty bars are going to be trialled to not be in Quality Street
I think
tins this
that's for Christmas. Obviously,
Celebrations, not quality.
yeah, celebrations.
Oh shit!
Yeah, motherfucker.
There must
Okay,
have been too many complaints. Not enough people like the coconut taste of chocolate.
How fucking dare they, right? Because us bounty lovers, right? We wait until everyone's eating their favourite like chocolate bar out of the fucking celebrations, and then you have all of these bounties left for you after you've already taken what everyone else
A
likes.
little tub full of little bounties.
Why would they get rid of the bounties? It was for us.
I do like the bounties.
And the Snickers, people would leave those out as well. It's like
Yeah,
it's
I like
for us.
Snickers
Not
as
even-
well.
Out of all of them,
It's like the
I
eclairs
think-
of the heroes.
Out of all of them, I think I would leave the bounties.
What one would you take though?
Oh,
If you
the-
had to
I
remove
like the
one.
the little Twixes.
Ah,
My
fucking,
favourite.
I love those. I was about to say, you get rid of the Galaxy Caramel.
Yeah, that could go.
You
I
get
think
rid of
it
the
goes.
It's the plain one.
I like the Galaxy full milk chocolate one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a bit of.
It's
bit of
just what
chocolate.
it, you know.
See, I actually prefer the caramel to. I would say get rid of the plain Galaxy.
Would you?
Really?
Yeah, if I was
Really?
going to do one, get rid of the plain Galaxy.
No,
I'm
I
either
don't-
way
I'm
on
not-
both of them. It was just one of those two is the pick for me. That is because the other ones they bring their spice.
I think
Yeah.
the other ones add
They bring their
all
flavour
together.
to the mix.
variety is very good, including the bounties. To be fair, because that adds to the variety of the pack. If they're taking that out, there is just less variety, really.
It's just chocolate and caramel, isn't it?
It's coconut, man. Just like get over yourselves. What? Just because you don't like something, why you got to get rid of it?
How big's the average family? 4 people, 5 people.
Yeah.
So do you think 1 in 5 people like bounties,
Oh,
or do you think it's
definitely.
less?
There's always like
Because if it's less,
They
then
wouldn't- I mean,
surely
how long
that's
have
why
they-
they're taking it out.
How long have they been around? Because they wouldn't have lasted this long if nobody liked them.
Bounties.
exactly. There's always one sibling that you give your bounties to when you get that variety pack,
Yeah, see,
and I'm that sibling. So
no,
I just.
I'm a family
don't
of
like
5.
this.
No one in my family likes bounties.
It's because your family are weak. You got weak
we
moods.
just got strange palates, maybe. I don't know.
I like the red bounties with the dark chocolate.
To be fair,
I'm
the red
not a
bounties are
fan of
dank,
dark
but
chocolate
it's-
at all.
I
haven't
love
had
dark
them.
chocolate. Dark chocolate and the coconut, it just works a bit better than the milk
I feel
chocolate.
like dark
I hear that, I
chocolates
hear that.
for more mature people. For
I
adults.
used to eat
Dark
dark chocolate
chocolate.
a lot more than
I like milk chocolate. And I like white chocolate.
Dark chocolate actually functions as chocolate better than milk or normal chocolate because it actually gives you more dopamine.
I've heard it's
It's
better
a
for you.
higher
Mm.
coca
Yeah.
level, isn't it? Yeah.
You
Okay.
say coconut levels.
No, coca.
Oh, right, yeah.
Coconut levels. Jesus. Okay. What's the next one? Donald Trump. He's given his
Apparently.
biggest hint yet. Yeah.
Well, in 2024, I mean, that could go one way or another. You know, do you think Biden's better than Trump so far? I've heard less drama from the other side of the pond. To be fair,
Yeah, I mean, it did feel like a bit of a reality show.
It was a
for
bit,
It was.
Yeah.
But it was funny to tune into every now and then.
Yeah, 'cause
can't
we're not-
lie.
It was nice. You see
We're
it
not
popping up on
there.
Instagram sometimes.
Yeah, we're not there, so we can just sort of witness it from afar.
I'd say there's less things to laugh at with Biden in power than there was with Trump in power.
And he legalised a lot of it now.
I don't know about laugh at. I don't know. Like Joe Biden, he seems like he knows what he's doing, but when he gets up on the mic,
He
doesn't know what
He's
to
not
spit.
a people person.
he's not
He's
not a
not
crowd pleaser.
No.
But that doesn't take away from what he's done.
He's a
And
party pleaser.
You wouldn't give him. He wouldn't be giving some fucking. Joe Biden wouldn't be able to convince the whole of Germany to do a genocide. Is what I'm saying. You know.
Is that how you mark a great leader?
Look, no, I'm not saying what Hitler did was right,
How'd you feel?
but somehow with words he convinced an entire nation
He was.
that he was
Right.
right.
Do you think?
Alright, how do you feel about Ivan the Terrible?
Legend,
Stalin.
Do you think?
my boy.
Do you think
Mao.
Hitler always
We don't
had
talk
the,
about Mao.
Do you think Hitler always had
That's
the
thriller numbers right
the
there. So.
thoughts to be able to want to do what he did, or do you think he got those ideas after he gained power? Do you think he was a good man when he was elected? I don't know. I haven't done.
Let me
enough
tell you.
research, to be
Let me
fair.
tell you what I think about Mr. Hitler. I reckon the reason the crowd loved him so much is because they more sympathised with the man who had just gone through a whole war. They've just gone through a whole war and lost. They're in a moment of just downbeat. They're just like,
How,
oh,
right.
we need something for our country to elevate. And then this
Even
man comes through with this attitude. It's
Even
like
if-
you can't fucking. He's like a hype man.
Absolutely. Even if Hitler didn't have those ideas before he came into power, if he was a good man when he was elected, how did he convince a whole country to do what he
That's what I'm saying. Like,
He must have
I
been
don't
a
know
good
if you,
spokesman.
I've never watched the translated version of his speeches because it does. It's a bit like if I just wait for the, and it's a bit like, whoa, dude, calm
Oh,
down.
buddy.
But everyone in the crowd fucking loving
They
it.
love it.
They're loving it. They're loving
Think
every
about-
second
They
of
just
it.
lost a war very recently from there. Like the moment you get someone who seems like he knows what he's doing, he's going to take a country into a better place, and he's saying he's going to do that. It's like, fuck it, that's what we need.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, that's what we need right now.
I don't know
Well-
if that's going to happen, mate.
No, neither do I. Okay, so this week we're going to decide that. Well, actually, we're not going to decide. Luke came with this idea that we're going to talk about culture and just where things are going and what modern society
The
is like,
future, the past, and everything around it.
and sort of how we've got here and what's going to happen next. So, we're sort of going around with the ideas of what we're going to do, but so modern music is a bit shit now. It's kind of lost all the,
Whoa.
it's kind of lost all the soul and the pizzazz that it used to once have.
Most
I
of
think
it.
it has.
Most of it.
Most of it
You
is.
still got people like Young Gravy out there.
Young Gravy out there slaying it left and right.
Slaying it, man.
He's a fucking legend.
I
We
just-
could do a whole thing on Young Gravy.
We probably could. I love that guy.
I don't think there are still people out there that put their heart and soul into what they're singing and their music and how they come across through the speakers. But I just feel like artists back in the day, there was just more of them that were into it.
Do you know what the different-
Music really came from the soul.
Do you know what I think the defining factor is? Back in the day, you didn't have industry plants.
Yeah, it wasn't money driven.
No.
You make music because you know you're good and people love you for who you are and what you
Yeah,
make.
man.
The only
music-
way to get a platform was to be good.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can have a platform being mediocre. I mean, that guy from Fun, Tonight.
Yeah.
Man can't sing. Can't fucking sing. He can't sing. Like, how would he have gotten famous back then when there was none of this auto-tune? None of this...
Do you think
None of
music...
these effects to make someone be able to sound harmonic when they really aren't.
Do you think music these days, do you think it's driven, and the culture around it, do you think that's driven by the big producers and these groups making the rules, kind of?
Yeah.
Making the
100%.
benchmarks, and then everyone's trying to climb
It's
to
like the
them.
big three.
Do you
It's
think-
Universal, Sony, and then you got the fucking last ones. I always forget the last ones. Warner. Fucking ruining
Time,
every
Warner.
franchise since 2010.
They stole Harry Potter from us. They stole it, and they want to do more. They want to, with J.K. Rowling's blessing. But
After
They'll get her
I
blessing.
don't know. After
Money grabbing fucking
after what they did to my man
Newt.
Luke Scamander.
Newt Scamander,
What they
I
do
don't
to
think
him?
they just ruined the whole franchise of Fantastic Beasts. It just
I
kept on going
saw
downhill.
the first one.
exactly.
Yeah, I saw the first one, but I didn't see the others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone saw the first one. The others they flopped. And I don't
Yeah.
know why they flopped.
didn't see
Maybe
the
the
first one.
promotion and the marketing was
I-
wrong. Maybe the film.
I
was
haven't
wrong.
read them, but apparently there's like this whole thing that in World War they were gonna do this thing in World War II because obviously there's wizards, and they were
They'd have a
toying
magic
around.
fight.
Yeah, they were toying around with the idea that basically doing D-Day with freaking wizards.
Like
What?
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Not only
like,
I don't know
wizards.
anything about this. This is new to me.
Yeah,
Not
'cause
only
obviously there would've
wizards,
been
it was
about-
also the creatures as well. You had dragons and shit, man.
Yeah.
Because that's what they were talking about in
World War
Goblet of
II.
Fire.
Dude, they should make that. They should make a movie like that.
They
Just
should,
an
but
alternate universe.
they just
World War
wouldn't.
II.
Yeah.
Music. No, not music. Wizards, dragons.
They just wouldn't do that. They just wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know if they can.
Because they care more about, like, emotional character
be
arcs
accurate. And...
than, like, something that people just think is badass.
They'll never be able to replicate the Harry Potter
Oh, yeah.
because that's just such a good story.
Modern audiences seem to prefer to want someone to relate to rather than someone to aspire to in a movie nowadays. So nowadays you got people that seem just totally more grounded. It's like what happened to James Bond over the
There's
years.
normal people. I think that's why movies are getting more mundane as well.
Because they're getting more and more real.
Because they're getting more real, but more people want to be more inclusive and,
Not only
and
that.
they want to relate to the people.
I don't feel like
Most
every
people don't have an exciting life.
exactly. I don't feel like every fucking movie that gets made has to have a message to it. Do you know what I mean?
The message.
Sometimes I just want to be entertained. Like, why can't I be entertained by a movie?
Because
movies,
mindless-
movies like
yeah.
Machete, to be fair, they're just badass fucking movies.
They're great.
They're there to be on screen to excite you, and that's it.
That's why I
Movies
love
don't
Robert
get made like
Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez is great. It's because they're just so fun. Like all his movies, and like yeah, they'll have like a little bit of message and a little bit of heart, but like the action and just the pacing of it, it's just so fun.
They're made to
The
be exciting.
visuals.
They're made to be watched.
Yeah.
They're not made to be relatable.
Yeah.
No, exactly. I don't want to have to relate to everything I watch
Oh no! It's like
You know?
I'm watching something about fucking superheroes.
because I like
Like-
things to escape as well. You
Do
know.
you know what I mean?
It's got to be.
They're superheroes. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to relate to this guy who's picking up a fucking building.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
So why are
the
you trying
people
to make
making
him-
these movies are still trying to make you relate to them.
Exactly. It's just weird.
Yeah.
The only one I really related to was Joker, 2019.
I relate.
I
to
feel
it.
like I
related to
am
that.
him. That and American Psycho,
It's
like
kinda scary.
you know, like that.
Do you know who I related to?
yeah.
She-Hulk.
Oh, you
All
bet
of her
you did.
problems. I just feel them in today's society, man.
Yeah, you getting
Why
wolf
do they-
whistled, you know.
Right.
I'm getting
I'm-
catcalled.
I'm all about equality. I'm all about equality. Why the fuck not? Why would you not be about equality?
Yeah.
But why are they remaking movies with women casts like the Ghostbusters and stuff like that? How about you make a brand new movie, sick plot, made to be watched instead of made to be relatable? But
That's-
do it with a woman cast.
That's that thing of that. Why would you like? They were talking about getting a woman for James Bond, and like making
What's
her
the
double.
point?
Like, and I'm
How
like,
about
just
make a
make
woman spy movie?
just make a woman spy movie.
And if it's that good,
You
there'll be
don't have-
more.
Do you
And
know
people
what-
will love it.
Do you know what I find funny about it that no one seems to point out?
Ah.
Is the double standard behind it, because you say equality and then you're taking a man's role and turning it into a woman's, right? But they would never do the opposite. Like Lara Croft hasn't become fucking Lars.
Yeah, there isn't a Lars Croft.
Literally, mate.
There isn't a Lars Croft.
Yeah, I was
And
good
Lara
with it. That was
Croft,
good.
she was badass.
She was
She was
badass.
badass.
But now they just go for that emotional arc because you want to
Yeah.
relate to fucking Lara Croft all of a
Yeah.
sudden. I can't relate to Lara Croft. Do you know what I mean?
No, I couldn't.
It's like,
I
oh,
don't think many people could.
god damn, it's modern audiences, man.
Modern
They're coming
audiences.
through and they're trying to take away the relativity of a movie and turn it into a message for the people consuming the movie. It's like you don't watch the movie to consume it from your entertainment. You just want it to spread up your fucking message, which I don't particularly agree with anyway.
No.
So like, why try and bombard my shit, man?
No,
Why not do a positive
because-
movement?
Think
And
about
just
it like a
fucking-
pie chart. If you guys understand pie charts, the biggest percentage of people are the people that want the movie to be more about them. So the movie itself, and everyone's completely different. So the movie itself has to be like we've said, all inclusive, all relatable to every single person. But then that makes the smaller portion of the pie chart, the smaller majority of people, less related to this movie.
Bro, that's what's bullshit about it. Just because it's a film that doesn't include your tradition or your culture doesn't mean you can't watch it and enjoy it. Like, I watched fucking Journey to the West. It's all in Chinese. Like, I couldn't understand a single word of it. I had the subtitles on, and I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a great movie. Just because it wasn't of my culture
Is it a movie that's
and it
made
didn't
to be
have
watched?
my message doesn't mean I can't enjoy that movie.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? And it's, some things are just that way. Some things are more Western than they are Eastern. Like, why change that? Like, people from East can still enjoy that content.
No. Yeah. Sorry, what were we talking about?
I was talking about how we were talking about modern audiences and how they ruin stuff, and I was saying how, like, just because like I watched Journey to the West and I thoroughly enjoyed that, but it had nothing to do with like my culture or like what I know.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I couldn't relate to a single thing in that movie.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why do you have to relate to the movie to enjoy it? It's like, why do you have to bombard my shit and
That
turn it
makes-
into something
that
that's
makes
made
these-
for you?
It's the modern day movies. They're getting more PG, more inclusive, more boring. Really.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's. I mean, it sucks. Yeah, they're shooting it like a dead horse, 100%.
No, I was just saying it's alright if I get kills, but yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't
it's
have got that from your charade.
I think they're the kills. No, I like that. No, but
I'll remember that.
the thing with modern audiences is they want too much, you know? And it's like with modern music and with every other thing these days, is that nothing's done through passion.
Do you know what
There's
I
always
think?
a drive. There's always, they're doing it for a reason. They're not just doing it because they want to do it, you know?
Exactly. Do you know what it is?
And we're doing this podcast right now just because we feel like we want to do it.
Do you know
Yeah,
what it is?
absolutely. But we're also not thinking about other people while we're doing it.
It's
Yeah,
turned.
necessarily.
The audience has decided that it's more about them. The content that they're consuming is more about them than the person creating the content.
You know what?
That's the
I
divide.
think people these days are more lazy because everything's readily available.
They don't
They
wanna-
see the things that are most popular and they go with them. They don't do the research themselves to find the good things.
And they don't want a film that they have to think about too much. The music is no longer poetry, and they just tell you exactly how it is.
People in general.
That's
their
why
minds have gone
storytelling
lazy.
rappers become so popular, because people don't like rappers that don't talk about their life. It's like MF Doom. He never once said a story about his life, but he was so deep in his lyricisms that you just fucking understood him as a person. He didn't need to talk about his fucking life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you're getting rappers that all they can do is either fabricate parts of their lives and tell it through a story of rap, or just completely tell their lives, and it's all the same now. It's all dull.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree.
Because
Yeah.
life isn't, well, as much as you can glamorize it, it isn't pretty.
No.
I think no
No,
matter
it is not.
how unique you think things can be these days, compared to before, the land before, the time before, everything was so much different back then. So much more unique, in my opinion. Everyone had their own personality. There was no social media. There was no connection to the other side of the world even.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
like, it's just, everyone was their individual selves.
Like,
Yeah.
have you noticed how the best movies have been about people, like non-fictional people from the past? Like, say, Hugh Glass, that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Revenant. It all happened. Like, guy had to strap a fucking log to his back with fucking maggots eating rotten flesh off of his fucking back from a bear attack that he survived, just so the dude wouldn't get fucking infected. Fucking walks like 6 weeks through his tundra and fucking extreme cold conditions to get back to civilization. It's like, fucking, and then people were rapping about like fucking pulling up in a van and shooting people. Like, that's not cool. It's not the one.
No, I want to hear a rap bad guy who fucking fights a bear and then has to walk 6 miles.
Stories behind
Yeah.
raps and music and
The
films
stories that
and
came
stuff
from
like that.
histories, they have more of a survival element to it, and that's what I think is different in man today than man from the past. Is that, thank you. Nowadays, man from the day, he doesn't have to like have that survival instinct in him. It's like Do you reckon the modern, not modern, the old caveman was fucking philosophizing, getting fucking bored and wondering what to do with his time? No, because
he was going out.
every day, every second was survival.
Was
Yeah, he was
survival,
going out doing what he
hunting,
needed to
fishing.
fucking
He
do.
was doing what he needed to do to survive, and that's where the story comes from.
It's quite interesting, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Couldn't word
That's
it the
what
way I
makes
thought.
cavemen so different to people today, because I mentioned it earlier. Every single human is only a figment of what they have seen over the past however many years they've been alive.
Yeah.
So everyone learns as a baby these things, and then they make their thoughts from them.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And then
it
they
keeps going
pass it
every
down
single
generation
day.
as well.
Every single day they experience new things and have new thoughts about those things. But different things happen to different people, which makes them have different thoughts. So you're only a figment of what you have learned. So it goes back with cavemen.
Yeah.
There wasn't this massive city society with social media and stuff like that.
However,
It was literally just survival.
there was also a complete divide between the cavemen and modern thinking. So modern thinking, everything that happens in your life, everything you see, you translate it into a language, and you remember that. However, for the cavemen, they didn't have that language.
Yeah, not
They had
necessarily.
grunts. They used loud noises to,
They would have
Portray
had
their
communication.
message.
Then that's like animals communicating as well.
but they wouldn't contort what they've seen into a language.
Mm.
So everything they've experienced would be true to itself. If you know what I mean, like they'd think about that moment in a different way than we'd think about that moment, because we'd associate it with a language and try to explain the feeling we had behind it. Whereas a caveman, he had that feeling and he knew that feeling, but he couldn't word it, so it would be different to him.
Couldn't write it down.
Exactly. So it was, his experiences, because he can't communicate that to other cavemen, it would be a very contrasting relationship than we'd have with our own thoughts and emotions and backstories.
I think
God,
back
yeah.
in the caveman times, before Christ, way before Christ and all this, there was less progression. It took thousands of years back then to be able to progress, to be able to make more important things for their society at the time. But in the last 20 years from now, I reckon technology's advanced the most it's ever advanced.
Yeah, no, 100%. In the last 100 years, we've
Yeah.
evolved
And I'm
like
thinking,
1,000.
yeah, exactly.
Tenfold.
Tenfold. Yeah, well, yeah, we've evolved tenfold. But
Just
I
thinking
mean,
in the next 20 years as well.
how do you think
But
we're
it's
going
not
to
that
evolve as
we've
humans?
evolved.
No, we haven't. We've de-evolved.
Yeah, I think we are going to de-evolve because of technology and
So,
how,
no,
how
wait.
easy things are
You
becoming.
can't devolve. That's impossible.
We're
Well, I
becoming
will
lazier.
flatline.
We're becoming lazier as a race.
Our evolution
Yeah.
is just going to
As the
flatline
human race.
as we've become the perfect thing
Well,
we are.
yeah, we're no longer adapting to survival of the fittest. Now we're adapting to
Survival of the easiest. It is
Survival of the most
easiest,
comfort.
The most comfort. The
Yeah.
easiest way possible
And
to do anything.
the most comforted person when shown like a survival situation will end up losing. So I don't know how it'll balance out, you know, because this is back to the Darwinism theory. It's like to become like to evolve, the weakest has to die off. So if it's only the weakest being made, then
That's it. Yeah. Like will
Yeah.
we de-evolve? Well, as you said, we won't go backwards,
No,
but we'll
it's
go
impossible.
forwards in a downwards way.
In a
makes any
downwards
sense.
way. No, I know
it's
what
like
you mean.
Wall-E,
Our,
innit?
Yeah.
our way of life will go. It is like Wally. Like I did try to say that a second
it's
ago.
Wall-E,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, man, sorry.
But
Floating around all
yeah.
fat and comfy, and everything's just one touch of a
and we
button.
just leave our Earth to rot with piles of rubbish and a little cute robot.
That robot is 10 times the man I'll ever be. And he's a robot.
He managed to pull. You haven't done that yet.
What? Done that?
All right.
I haven't managed to get into a relationship, but
Robot
believe
style,
me,
man.
I'll pull like I'm tugging on a rope, son.
Like Boris Johnson playing tug of war.
Exactly, bro. No matter how many... Oh, I'm not going to continue that statement.
Okay, so no matter how many children are tugging on my rope.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
That's what I just said. So, what's your favourite culture? You know,
I just
Well,
like
all time.
all time.
I-
Stop putting your fucking glass down
People
on the
need to know I'm
table.
drinking. I'm joking. I think you do have to you do have to commemorate, whether it's your favourite or not, you do have to commemorate the ancient Egyptian race. Like, they were just fucking
I think they're
incredible.
pretty incredible.
They
Yeah.
were incredible.
They did things nobody had ever seen before.
With the
Yeah.
River Nile and the fucking pyramids, and they started fucking...
I think
Oh,
they
loved
were
it.
They started the 9
they
to
were
5.
the first people to actually start a religion and start believing in things and gods and different people in powerful
They're
positions.
like one of the oldest
I don't think they were.
civilizations, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I don't think they were, but they
I
are
think you'd be
on
surprised. I
record.
think they might
On
be.
record, they definitely are, but there's no way. There's
Mm.
no way
Mm.
they are.
Yeah, the first time a caveman or
think-
whatever went
I was gonna
outside,
say-
he
Well, yeah,
would've-
there's cave paintings,
Yeah,
isn't
do you
it?
think
Yeah.
do you think the caveman would have been thinking, oh, there's something else out there that's just not me?
Yeah, maybe there was
not
that.
just us here.
Maybe there was that one caveman who didn't really do anything. He was a bit of a
Like
stoner.
the
and
first
I-
philosopher.
yeah,
Could you
the
imagine?
first philosopher.
Cavemen smoked weed. I don't think they'd have the fucking time.
Dude,
I
that's
don't think
find
we
that out.
evolved as much
that's
as we
what
did.
I was. What was it? Fucking Joe Rogan. And he says fucking monkey took shrooms and then we evolved. So I was listening to it the other day, and that's how we became human. Like, a monkey ate some shrooms, went on
just-
some mad trip, and then like was like
The human
fuck,
race was
yeah.
born out of a
the
split
con-
of a tripping monkey.
consciousness that the
Yeah.
human
That-
consciousness was formed.
That's what I want to believe in.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what you know what I mean.
It's more plausible
if you genuinely
than everything
wanted
else.
to, and you genuinely felt like you did believe that. There is nothing stopping you from thinking that. For
It's
the rest of
just
your
the
life, and basing
humanoid
all of your
figure,
beliefs
innit?
around that.
It's the humanoid figure. Like, people are like, fucking aliens came down looking like some humanoid figure and fucked a monkey. It's just like, nah, just no way. There's just no way. Like, a monkey can't fuck a leopard and make a hybrid. Do you know
Sorry,
what I
Yeah,
mean?
there are-
Do people
That's
think
not
that?
biologically
Do
possible.
people think that we come from aliens?
No, not people as in the masses. I just mean there are people out there that think we came from
Oh,
an alien fucking a
you could-
monkey and that's the missing gap in the
You
evolution.
could think of someone thinking something, and there will be someone out there that thinks that. Like
Yeah,
there's
true,
so many
yeah.
billions of people out there.
Yeah, that is true, that is true.
You know,
Someone probably thinks that leaves are sentient, you know?
oh, I'm sure there are
Oh.
many people out there.
Yeah, the
that-
people
I
that
don't know
think
about
trees-
many.
Because
I
trees, trees are probably
I reckon
sentient.
there's at least 4, right?
Did you say trees are probably sentient?
Yeah, you know, they probably got
Alright,
some sort of.
What would a tree think?
They probably thinks, God, I've been here a while.
Just keep reaching towards that light that's up there.
Yeah. Just keep soaking in the rays, just chilling out.
Yo, what the fuck was that? He went bare fast.
Every year he gets a haircut, you know.
Oh, but yeah, true. Every year. Once a year.
Once a year he gets a haircut.
Yeah.
I reckon when it gets cold, he's like, fuck this. What is life?
Tree
That's the full
You
tree
get cold.
philosophy. Yeah.
Would you feel better if you had like a family of things making use of your branches and trees and nesting in you?
This is
No,
like a-
trees are competition, mate. They've got to take out, they've got to get as tall as they can to get all the
Of course,
light.
yeah, shit
So
like in the
that
jungle and
anything
stuff like
below
that.
it doesn't get any light that
Yeah,
it could be
yeah,
taking.
yeah.
All competition out there.
Oh, in the
Survival of the fittest. I was to an exaggerated point.
Yeah. Alright. Stop fucking doing it though.
That was to exaggerate a point,
Bit
and
with
you
the
saw
glass.
it in my face.
Fucks the recording.
Hey man, the recording fucks you.
Okay. I mean, British culture. What do you guys think about that? I mean, that's our own culture, as we are from
It's nice
England.
when you asked earlier what is your favourite culture, and I think you asked that anyway.
Yeah, I did.
I did. I was thinking about British people. I think we've got it better than most people, even though a lot of us think that we might not.
Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do have it better than a lot of people. I mean, there is.
British culture has always been kind of like a mismatch, hasn't it?
Yeah. No, 100%.
It's like, even before we were around, well before even some of the oldest relatives we've ever seen have been around, we were literally a country raised on war from all countries coming over to
Yeah.
this one
We
island,
were
being
just a
like,
little
I want
island.
this land.
Yeah.
We had the Normans, the Vikings, the Saxons,
The French.
French, the fucking Spanish at one
Spanish,
point, yeah. Literally,
The Scots.
literally, we're like a cross-examination of
It
you.
would have been once upon a time, surely.
Huh? No, because we were like Mercia and East Anglia, and like we were because we were kingdoms.
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
Scotland was
and that's
never
why we
conquered.
became the United Kingdom.
Scotland was never conquered when we were trying to conquer England. Scotland was always on its own. It was just Highlanders and fucking like indigenous.
It's because everybody that was down here went, what? They've gone up there. It's fucking
cold up there.
It's colder because there wouldn't have been global warming or anything like that. It would have been
cold.
proper cold because Scotland's quite north. You look on the map. It's like
You can see the Northern Lights from the top of Scotland. That's how cold it fucking is.
yeah.
That's a statement in itself. You only see
I've
that
seen the
down
Northern
Iceland or Arctic.
So
You've seen the Northern Lights?
I have. Well, I went to Iceland. That's the only time I've ever been out of Europe as well, actually.
Really?
I went onto I think it was like the American continent,
Yeah.
something like that. I think it was one of the tectonic plates, and
Right.
that classed as a different continent. And I literally crossed the bridge over a little valley, and I was in another continent for a bit. That's the only other time I've been out there.
You know, Iceland are the leading country in geothermal electrics.
Yeah, I saw the Northern Lights. And
that's interesting.
it was the time when I
also
realised I
hydroelectrics.
really needed my glasses, actually, because I saw them and it was literally a really shitty blur in the sky, and I could barely see them through the clouds, and everyone else was going, "Oh my god," and I was just going, "It's just nothing." I could barely see it, so got glasses after that.
So you saw the Northern Lights, but then
And I'm
actually you
better
didn't really see the Northern Lights.
So
I
it was
didn't.
more
Well, I
blurry.
did. There was definitely a bit of green up there, but
yeah.
Like
I feel like I'm much better off after seeing them.
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
Global warming. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What
All right.
about it?
Yeah. So global warming.
What
No.
about it?
Okay. So global warming is obviously
It's happening.
It's happening, but is it? Do you believe in global warming? Yeah. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah.
What about the leading contributions to global warming? 'Cause
Greta Thunberg.
there's no denying that it is a thing.
Her flying around that private jet.
Yeah,
You think she's flying coach?
so what's funny about
She's not
global
going to be
warming?
taking the buses. She's not going to be taking public transport.
We're due an ice age. At some point.
Right,
I mean,
any day now,
When did
or
the
like
last?
No,
next,
no,
When
next
did the
1,000
last one
years, or-
come? When did the last one come out? It
1,000
was
years
like
is a long
2
time.
years ago or something.
No, the last ice.
Continental
No,
drift.
not the movies.
that's
I mean, the
constant,
natural ice age. The last one was about 12 to
Oh.
20,000 years ago, and they happen every 10,000 years.
So you.
Say so.
So what do you reckon?
I
Day
reckon.
after tomorrow, kind of.
That's like the super volcanoes, though.
I reckon
You know, they're overdue. Some of the ones in like Yellowstone.
the Earth always finds a way
Marathon.
to balance its atmosphere, to balance its chemicals stand up, and when that happens, it will be an extinction event.
That'd be a great show.
Maybe we're leading it. Maybe we're not.
What about the dinosaurs? What do you think about them? I think they're fucking
Hollow Earth
amazing.
theory. They're underneath us, living in their civilization.
They won't be affected by an ice age.
Ice Age 3: Dawn of the Dinosaurs taught me a few things.
Like what?
Simon Pegg's good voice actor.
He's a great voice actor. That's number one. Number two, it can be a good trilogy, and also 3, there is a Hollow Earth.
3 facts.
Three true facts. No, I don't know the science behind it, but I mean, Aidan, if that is true, and we
A
have
hollow Earth.
no, not the Hollow Earth, but the
Ice
I
age.
don't.
the Ice Age.
Oh,
Like, it would reset the chemical build-up, or chemical standpoint of...
Speak up, boy.
Well, because now I've said that, it just means... nah, never mind.
I say we go on to another topic.
Okay, so oil activists have been fucking rocking this country.
So my
left and
favourite
right.
shark.
You get your shark of the week, alright? I said you get it. Alright, oil activists have been fucking up this country left and right, but they've been fucking the public more than they've been fucking like political figures. Obviously now they're spraying they're spraying all of the Ferrari shops and the Ralph Lauren shops all
They're
that down in
making a
Macon.
statement, but is it the right statement that they want to be making
If
for
you're
the
gonna-
public? They want the public on their side, and is what they're doing making the public on their side?
Nah, if you're gonna root for the stopping of oil, don't stop public transport. Stop the fucking people running the
Making
oil.
traffic
Like, block
jams
their
and shit.
driveways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're just
Don't throw
fucking...
eggs at their house, so they need to clean it up.
Yeah, that's real badass, man. Revolution.
Well, it'd be more effective than
Viva la
making
revolution.
traffic jams in the middle of London.
You're not going to get many people behind your message if you're not displaying a positive message. Like, obviously, what's going on is negative. The fact that the fucking oil is leaking
They're
into the
fighting
fucking...
negative with negative, so no one's listening.
No one's
Exactly.
listening. No one's on their side.
You got to do something positive for people to
I
come
think a
and
lot of
band
people
together.
will agree with what they stand for, but the way they're doing it is just...
Yeah. Like,
It's not thought through.
why are you throwing tomato soup at a painting for oil?
Yeah, how many fucking years old is that painting?
But also it has glass,
That
like
had
it's
nothing
gonna,
to do
they're
with
gonna wipe
anything
it
to
off,
do
you
with
glued
oil.
yourself, you're wasting fucking civil servant time.
Also, it feels like it's just directed at Van Gogh at that point. And like, what did
Well,
Van...
what did he do wrong?
Exactly. What did Van Gogh do?
They're like, hey, fuck this painting, yo.
The
Why?
Sunflowers is a great painting.
It's decent. I mean,
I mean,
fine.
it's alright, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, I quite like
Van Gogh.
that painting.
I thought you were going to say you cried
Not
when
much
you
of
saw
a-
that.
Yeah, well, it's
Not
just
much of an
there's
artist.
certain brush strokes and that aligned with my symmetry inside my head, and
I mean, it's the modern day equivalent of tree huggers, isn't it? All this gluing yourself to shit and you know, people used to chain
Yeah.
themselves to trees. You don't.
I mean, that's better than, like, you know, that's deforestation. Like, you know, that's doing something active to stop something from happening.
Yeah.
I'm going to tie myself to that tree, so you're not going to cut it down.
the difference
They
is
won't
here.
cut it down with you tied to it.
The difference is
They're
here
not
is
going to
that
stop you using oil.
they have to attack something popular to put this message forward. That's what the modern are doing now. They're attacking something that people know about that is already popular. They're not just, you know, staying to the core of their message,
They're-
tying themselves to a tree because they don't want that tree
They're
cut down.
pissing people off intentionally to get their word out there, which is the wrong way of doing it,
Pretty much.
basically.
Yeah. And you see those guys? They did. They reenacted the Beatles' Abbey Road cover.
Yeah, and then
I
they
saw
just
that.
fucking sat
And
down
they-
and glued their hands to
Yeah.
the road and
They
put
sort
a
of some
high
threw
vis
it down
vest
the
on.
drain as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Wow.
The guy on the Dartford Bridge.
What did he do?
Was it Dartford Bridge? I think it was Dartford Bridge.
I don't know.
What did he do?
Yeah, he climbed up to the top of it.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
hooked
I saw
himself
something
on and
about
shit
that.
like that.
Yeah.
The whole crossing was closed for like over 24 hours because he was just up there and he made videos and live streaming and shit like that. And
Yeah,
then people started like firing fireworks at him at night
That's
because he
alright.
was just being a twat.
Do you know why that's alright with me?
Why?
Because if I was to have a go at that guy, then I'd have to also have a go at Steve-O. Did the same thing at the Sea Life Centre.
Yeah, but that's
That's
Steve-O.
what SeaWorld.
Exactly.
Yeah, Steve-O,
I would rather them do stunts than fucking stop public traffic. If they were to do stunts to portray a message, then
Yeah,
fuck
make,
yeah,
make
fair
a
enough.
fucking cool video that won't inconvenience anyone
Yeah.
and make it go viral.
I saw a
It made
guy
more people
car
in his life.
surfing with a skateboard. Yeah, I'd listen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he had a big sign and he was on
You know,
the
stop
skateboard.
oil now. You know,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'd listen.
Yeah.
I'd root for that guy. Vote for him.
Get some lights on the sign.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's not that you have to have a talent to put your message out. It's that you have to find someone who does.
So Luke, you were talking about earlier that in 2030 or
I think Aiden mentioned that as well.
I think
About the money.
about the money.
Yeah.
So that apparently there's going to be a big reset, which is going to basically mean that most money is going to be run purely. Digitally, yeah.
Notes, coins.
It's
they're
all
gonna
going to
be
go,
basically redundant.
and so everything's going to be traceable, and there's going to be pretty much no, other than obviously you have things like cryptocurrency. So, I mean that might become more popular. I don't know, but what do you guys think about it?
I think it's fucked.
I think it's weird.
There are
I'd-
people out there that still don't understand how ATMs work. Like, how the fuck are they going to get on board with any of this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just isolating so many
What's wrong with
people from
What's wrong with
what
keeping your money in your pocket?
exactly. It's just isolating so many people from one of the fundamentals of life, which is
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
You got to have some universal thing to be able to trade in, something physical to make it feel like you're actually getting something.
yeah.
If you've got a wad of cash, it's better than, you know, it's more physical than
Oh yeah, like
some
if I
numbers in your account.
if
that are
I
controlled by
if you
some
see numbers
bankers.
on my phone, you know, my bank account, it doesn't feel like you know, it feels like my
If
money.
you had the
but
same
like,
amount in cash sat in
Yeah.
your basement, you'd be like, fuck yeah,
yeah, I got all
I've got
this
that
money.
much money, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be sick.
There are people out there without phones. Like, how, do you know what I mean?
I feel like I'd be fine without a phone.
You think you'd
I
be
wish
fine
less.
with
I wish more people had agreed with having less
technology?
or being
Yeah.
less dependent on technology. At least
It's the people that
You reckon
don't
you
go.
could be Amish?
No,
not
No.
army.
no, I couldn't be Amish.
I'd go off the grid and fend for myself
Yeah, yeah.
because that'd be fun. Like
That'd
for
be
a few
fun.
months, yeah, I'd do
Yeah.
that. That'd be cool. That'd
Go
be
all
interesting.
survival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
learn some life skills and
Hopefully
Fight a
come
bear.
out of it.
yeah,
Fight a bear, run 6 miles.
Yeah,
Fighting a bear isn't that easy.
no, it depends what bear.
You'd either learn life lessons or life will give
I'd
you
have-
its ultimate
I'd
lesson.
have me flintlock pistol and my musket.
Bear trap on your shoulder.
Yeah, big old bear trap that I accidentally get myself with.
You just tug him around a fat fucking cage with you in case you catch something revolutionary.
I've got my fucking Apache friend.
He just hangs around.
He just hangs around, pulls the crate.
He's got a little glove gun.
Yeah, whistles to me whenever he can hear a bear coming.
Literally, this guy speaks to like fucking mockingjays.
6 miles out.
Fucking hell.
Oh my god, yeah. It's the dream.
Off grid is
I
sounds like the dream, but a dream turned reality can sometimes be a nightmare. So you wanna,
I think you'd have to
Sometimes
go
you wanna
out
keep
there.
it
You'd
as
have to
true.
go out there with the actual skills.
Mm.
Because there's that guy, Chris Candle or whatever. There was a film called Into the Wild, and he was a guy when he was like our age. He graduated from college. He took out all his money. It was like 20 grand. Gave it all the way to charity, and like he was like a smart kid, and he basically was like, I'm just gonna go, just out into the wild basically. And so he was making his way up to Alaska.
Alaska.
Yeah, right. So yeah, so
It's a
and
hard
he,
way to
he
fucking
pretty
survive.
much makes every wrong decision. And there's a film band. He kept a journal, and they found him, and he found an abandoned bus, and he just lived there, and he basically died from starvation. And like,
Man went onto the hardcore server.
man went hardcore. It's a good film. Vince Vaughn's in it.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah, he appeared. It was one of those
Yeah.
films. I was like, holy shit, he's
Fair enough, mate.
he's in it.
Fair enough.
Anyway, it's a pretty good film. But yeah, the guy, he was a fucking idiot. I liked where his head was, but he
Got
just
bravery.
he just didn't he didn't plan, and like he was eating the wrong berries, so he was throwing up and just
Wrong
It's,
place.
it's like
poisoning
Wrong time,
himself.
wrong night.
it's like the missionary who went to the North Sentinel Island. You know that story, right? The North Sentinel Island is an island full of indigenous people that no connection to the outside world whatsoever.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Right, and it's completely off limits to any people. But this missionary went over there to try and tell them about like a Jesus, right? And there's
Right.
journals that are out there, like in on the internet, where his last journals was fucked up. But he tries to like make contact with these people, right? And well, obviously he gets like speared up. Well, I'm not going to say he was cannibalized because obviously we don't know. Like that'd just be wrong to say that he was cannibalized when there's no. They probably just fucking killed him. Probably didn't even bury him.
Tree.
They'll probably like, well, he was technically trespassing. Obviously, they've got no
What's
idea
that?
what the law is, but that's trespassing still.
There's a video on
Goddamn.
YouTube. There's a whole series of white man specifically meeting a tribe that's never been contacted with.
Yeah, the North Central
Central
Island. That's the same.
I think is it that one?
Something like John something.
I'm not sure. But I don't think he died. Anyway,
He definitely died.
Did
There was no way off this island. It was in the spirit.
Oh,
it was
man.
fucking like literally cut
That's
off
a shame.
from fucking other islands. Yeah, I
You
think
made-
it's near
you
the
made a good
Philippines.
He made a good series.
Yeah,
What was it?
there's videos. I don't know what it's called, but on YouTube.
Wait, how long ago was this?
This was quite a while ago, but it's like there's so many.
What are you on about?
The missionary went to the North Sentinel Island. Do you know the
No,
North
I know what
Sentinel
you're
Island?
talking about.
Oh,
I don't think you guys are talking about the same thing.
I think we are.
There's a guy on YouTube. Well, there's like a series of some videos of him meeting a tribe for the first time, and they're completely amazed by all this camera equipment and seeing a white man for the first time and stuff like that.
Nah, he's talking about the Amazon.
I don't know.
You're talking about the Amazon tribe. Because you can go to the Amazon tribe. Like,
yeah,
you're
you just
allowed
go
to.
and meet them. Yeah.
You're not completely restricted from doing that. But, like, there's people out there who are, like, fully, like, you know, like, Yeah, in the in between is two. You got that guy with the dreadlocks who's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I went to the fucking land and visited
I
these.
never lose.
Literally, you got people like that just like wandering out there thinking that these people will instantly connect with them, but like it's not like that way for everyone. Obviously, like you got someone going up with fucking technology, cameras and shit, pointing them at people who've never seen that shit. It's like
If you'd
what
never,
the
if,
fuck are you doing?
if you'd
It
never
is strange.
seen that, you'd think future people had come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Well, you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
What the hell
Imagine
is this?
seeing like
A camera.
Imagine seeing a car for the first time. Imagine if you were stuck in your basement your whole life. For example, you go outside today and there's just these fucking cars everywhere.
Metal boxes, yeah, with wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, with circles that drive.
Not only that, but to live in the Amazon, every day must be like you're doing something to help yourself out, to not fucking die out in the fucking Amazon rainforest. Some guy with a fucking camera wearing like fucking jeans and a fucking shirt, he's just gonna get in your fucking way. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking out here trying to build my fucking house, and here you are trying to film me. Fuck off.
Trying to take a shit in the woods and you're taking photos? Get the fuck
Literally.
out of here!
Literally that. Fuck those guys, man.
Can you imagine taking pictures of my wife's titties? They're out for a reason.
Well, have you
Fucking
seen
hell.
those videos of like gorillas and other animals seeing like mirrors for the first time in the wild and seeing themselves and they get really like freaked out and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I've seen another video of an uncontacted tribe with these cameras that have like the screen that flips backwards so you can see what you're recording, and they're recording themselves with these screens and they're checking themselves out like they've never seen their own face before, and they're like opening their mouth and playing with their nose and stuff like that and just really getting
Oh,
a feel
man,
for
that's
their face
incredible,
because
yeah.
they know that they're never going to see their face again
Wait, hold up.
because they're
Where
never,
you started and where you ended is like it's maybe some people might take as a comparison, which which is not what you intended.
Hang on.
Oh yeah,
Hang
I
on.
don't want to be. Yeah, alright. Alright, maybe cut that bit out. I don't
That
mean
is-
comparing monkeys. I know what you're talking about. I'm not comparing monkeys
That-
to
that's
an
not what I said
uncontacted
either.
tribe whatsoever.
No, I'm 100% keeping all this in. Robots taking jobs. Where do you think it's going to end? Obviously, they're doing that.
It's gonna end when Will Smith like punches that robot, isn't it? And he's like gives him an
Are they going to do
interrogation.
iRobot 2 and he ends up slapping him at the end and it's voiced by Chris Rock? The robot makes a joke about Will Smith's wife. But it won't be Jada Smith, it'll be like Sinead O'Connor or something. Someone else's bull. I don't know. it's like
What the fuck?
I don't know, I was just thinking of someone else who's fucking bull. Who else is I don't know, G.I. Jane 2, whoever's in that.
No, let's just get Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep shave her head. She's about 80 though, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's got commitment. God damn it!
God damn it, she's got the vocal cords of
God.
an angel.
Damn it! She's devoted to her passion. Would you?
Would I?
Which one?
Meryl Streep?
No, I mean like would you
I probably would.
be
but-
that devoted into your passion? Man.
Nah, come on, would you? Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, right
What,
now.
in her prime or
She
right
wa-
now?
Nah, she walks in. She's like, I want you, Aiden.
No.
Have me.
I reckon that'd get you a bit of street rap.
I reckon, dude.
It'd
If,
get you some
if
fucking.
you
It would
turned
get
down,
you somewhere.
if you went down the pub and they were like, "Oh, what have you been up to this evening?"
I
You'd be like,
fucked
well,
Mamma
banging
Mia.
No,
Meryl Streep.
You'd be like, well, you know, Meryl Streep came over and what Meryl Streep? Yeah, and she wanted to accept me, but I turned her down.
I'd be like,
They'd
dude.
be like, mate, you're fucking what?
I'd be like, dude, have you seen Mamma Mia? Dude's like, no. I was like, well, would you fuck the main one? They'd be like, yeah. I was like, well, I have.
You have,
Yeah.
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 The male one.
When did you do
No, the main one.
Oh, sorry. I thought
Which
you meant
one?
the male
Pierce
one.
Brosnan.
Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
you're projecting, Adam.
Well, no, I thought you meant
No,
Pierce
main.
Brosnan. Yeah.
Main.
I heard male. Luke, I don't know about you, but I heard
Yeah,
male.
I'd like to
projecting.
think that I heard male.
What do you'd like to think of males, do you?
I like to think of you thinking of males.
Wow.
I don't think that's any better.
I'm gonna clip that shit. Fucking W's in the chat. Luke's coming out.
I'm not coming out.
I'm coming out.
He's gonna start doing a
I
speed
want
dance.
the world to know. Oh,
It's kind of dark in here, isn't it?
it is
It's
dark
a little
in
bit
here.
fucking dark in here.
So,
So the light went out 10 minutes
Aiden,
ago.
do you want to? I think it's time.
Ah, all right. So
Shock
boys,
of the week.
Shark of the week.
That was
Strange, you were right.
That wasn't organised or rehearsed at all. That was
That really wasn't.
That's quite beautiful.
I didn't even know we were doing Shark of the Week.
No. So, Aidan, I'm just gonna let you go.
This week's Shark of the Week, I'm gonna bring it to I'm gonna have to bring it to the grey hammerhead. Mainly because Luke's such a fan of
I
the
like
hammerhead.
Hammerhead. I think they look cool.
Also, it's a very fucking big shark. You're looking at around 4 to 5 tons, fucking
What?
at their like adult male life. You're looking at 4 to 5 tons, fucking around like 6 to 7 meters. Like these are fucking big sharks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Well, they're not as chunky as say the great white shark or say the blue reef, which is actually a bit thinner but like quite long. Yeah, so you're used to seeing these other sharks that are quite big in size, but they don't weigh as much. That's because of certain cartilage that goes along their whole body. Some is bone, some is cartilage, you know, and it does like add a certain factor of weight.
At the end of the day, Hammerheads are
Well, the
pretty fucking cool.
reason I like hammerhead is because of their biology. You see, the hammer in their head, they've got like fuck all sights. I like the bats of the fucking sea, except they don't use echolocations. That's actually dolphins. So dolphins are more like the bats of the sea, to be honest. But hammerhead sharks, they use their really wide range of senses used in the hammer of their head through a lot of like very nervous nerves, very sensitive nerves that are in that head to sense what's going on beneath them. And that's why you always see them quite far up towards the surface, because they can see what's beneath them. They won't know what's above them.
Thank you, Aidan.
Wow, Aidan, that's a really interesting shot. Obviously, we're going to have to do this. Every time Aidan's on the show, we're going to be doing this. This is going to be a recurring section. Thank you for listening. Please do follow the Instagram at Cancelling Culture. Also the TikTok, Kill Myself, at Cancelling C. It's not Kill Yourself, it's at Cancelling C. Because somebody took Cancelling Culture or something, or it was too long. I don't know. But yeah, make sure you do share and follow and like and all of that. And tune in every Friday and listen to it. And next week, we're going to have some special guests. It's going to be good. And yeah, if everyone wants to...
Goodbye.
Last week's Shark of the Week was Goblin Shark. Yeah, I know you guys wanted to know.
Okay, yeah, Aidan's a bit salty because I cut last week's Shark of the Week. But yeah, just ending on that note. All right, see ya.
Beautiful. Stay
Peace
classy.
out until the next time.